I mean, you took quite a massive transformation in your own life. So, I mean, you're speaking from experience, not just theory, right? So, tell me about that transformation. What sparked let's start there actually. What sparked that transformation for you?
It was like, ever since I can remember, my childhood memories are far out the window, but the few that I do have, I was unsettled, uncomfortable in my body, in life, but there was always that little bit of hope inside of me. And that hope would lead me to find the relief in something. That something didn't work. And I feel like through life, I was searching for all of these external things driven by that genuine hope that I thought was going to get me to feel secure in my skin, to feel happy, to live the life that I wanted to live. And the biggest shift in making the actual transition, not into the maladaptive things that I thought were going to get me there, but to the things that actually got me here, was somebody believing in me and having it reflected back to me that not only were the things that I was doing were not working, but that more is possible. And deciding one day, I've tried everything, so let me just start believing in myself and create that as the foundation. Find people that can hop on that boat with me and see where it goes.
It definitely did. Most people, that I ask, and I like to ask that question, and I usually follow it up with, you know, tell me who you were in middle school, high school. And most of the people that I ask that question to usually do have one or two events, but it sounds like, to quote Tony Robbins, that there was a little giant within that you always knew was there, you just never really tapped into. So before I ask about, maybe high school, middle school, was there a moment? Like, so you had said that there wasn't a moment, but I want to drill in here a little bit because, like, so for example, you even have, a lot of your videos that talk about this transformation and show this transformation, right? And it's like there's a reality behind, oh, I need to actually start taking the steps here. What does that look like? I mean, for most people, they don't have to um, go be a bodybuilder and win. Like most people, it's like walk around the block, do 10 push-ups a day, then do 20, then 40, right? So for you, like what was that like once you realized, oh, I don't know, it's not working. How do I get, you know, on the right track?
The biggest turning point was when I left my ex relationship. It was emotionally, mentally abusive, and this was the turning point that started the transformation but didn't get me there yet, but it sparked, I guess, the big giant in me, like you said. For real, for real. I was sitting in a staff meeting I used to work at Lululemon, and it was a big staff meeting. It was really, we did fun activities, and we were all given a piece of paper and a marker, and we were going to write down all the unique things that we brought to a team. Because, like people say, like, it's the diversity that makes us all stronger. So let's talk about everything that we uniquely bring to a team. 5 minutes, everybody write it down, then we're going to share it. Beautiful, amazing. I sat there, and this was when I was still in that relationship. I sat there, 5 minutes, could not write down a single thing. I had no idea who I was. I could not even pretend to think of something that was unique that I brought to a team. There was no light in me. Like, I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't even make up something to write down. My paper was blank. And then, of course, they say, all right, turn to your neighbors and share everything that's on your paper. And I sprinted to the bathroom and started bawling. And I sat there, and I was just a shell of an existence. And I don't know if it was in that moment or afterwards when I was able to kind of process it, but I was like, I want to be a human. I want to have an experience. I want to be alive again. And I started searching like podcasts, books, went down the whole self-help rabbit hole again, and started to plant these seeds that, oh, maybe I am worthy of being loved and having safety at home and in a relationship. So that led to me leaving, deciding one day, enough is enough. I'm leaving this relationship. I grabbed my essentials, my work outfit, and my phone charger and my dog, and I left. And still was a shell of a human being, but at least I was doing something to try to fill it with a human being. And the start of the transformation was when I realized that I was so stuck in a life is hard, life sucks, poor me, why are all these things happening to me? It's because of this relationship that I'm a shell of a human being. It's because I was adopted that I'm going to have abandonment issues for the rest of my life. And I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, you walked into that relationship and you stayed knowing that this is not to take away from abuse, but I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you did play a part in all this. You walked into a relationship knowing that it was unhealthy. I mean, you met this guy in rehab. Like, people told you to leave. Like, all of these things. Like, no, it wasn't my fault because I was so mentally and emotionally manipulated and just not on this planet. And so I was like, I need to strengthen my mind. I need to do things that are uncomfortable on my terms so that I can build some more resilience. Because evidence shows I can survive a lot of crap, but I'm done surviving the crap. I'm trying to live the good. And it was January 1st, I don't even know what year it was, 2023. And I decided to start taking a cold shower every single day because I did not want to do that. It sounded miserable, but because I didn't want to do it, I started doing it. Since then, I still take a cold shower every single day because I could then be in control of my uncomfortableness. Instead of saying, life is uncomfortable, life sucks, poor me, what did I do to deserve this? I am now in control of the pain, of the uncomfortableness. And yes, there's a lot of mental and physical benefits to cold showers and cold exposure, but I'm in control of that. And so I guess those two things were the pivotal turning points and the stepping stones that rocketed me to where I am and where I continue to go.
What's going on, guys? If you like that clip right there, you will love the full interview. You can check that out right there. I'll see you on the next video. Oh, and subscribe because we got a lot of big things coming up in the near future.